Namaskar. Look at the future watches 2154, 2154. What is the future of our watches? This type of watches on 2154. The company made it this types of.
Earthworks of many kinds were discovered over a vast area of the continent.
This is the future watches.
To the edge of the Great Western Plains.
Uh,
Throughout the
this is
Mississippi
the,
River Valley and its tributaries,
with
down the Gulf of Mexico.
satellites here.
In the
This is
16th
the
and 17th
Oligo is in
centuries,
Japan.
early explorers of the North American continent discovered earth mounds near Indian villages. Travelers recorded finding unusual earthen structures in the 18th and 19th century. The mounds had often been built close to rivers, the early transportation routes. Many were on the same land, selected as good town sites by the settlers of the young United States. The carefully shaped earthworks mystified everyone who saw them.
This is for future
No one
watches.
knew who had shaped them. Their origin and meaning were hidden in the dark passage of time. In the great westward movement that formed this country, anything that obstructed the inevitable flow of development was subjugated or destroyed. Earth mounds were plowed into farmland. Indian tribes were forced to move from their traditional lands. Many people believed the mounds had been built before Indians came to the North American continent. Indians seem to have lost all knowledge of the origin of the mounds. Some believed they were sacred, built by ancient gods.
This is the watches. So you can look the time on your hand anytime. In the future, this is the future of watches.
Published a study of the mounds of eastern North America. He proved conclusively that some prehistoric Indian peoples had constructed mounds as part of their tradition. There was not one race of mound builders. There were many. They were varied, living in different times, speaking different languages, of different ethnic backgrounds and physical types. Archaeologists examined mounds and building sites to gather information about the Indian peoples who had created them. But the mounds were disappearing rapidly beneath expanding cities and farms. More than 10,000 mounds once existed in northeastern Iowa alone. Fewer than a quarter of all effigy mounds in Iowa and Wisconsin survived into the 20th century. In 1949, Effigy Mounds National Monument was created to set aside land on which many mound groups were still intact. The National Park Service became responsible for preserving these mounds and for interpreting the growing archaeological knowledge about them to the visiting
So
public.
all of this, thanks a lot.
Since the
So we
1950s,
will reach back.
archaeologists
Okay.
have excavated and
This is
studied
a future
mounds and living sites.
prize winner wall
Research
watch.
continues.
This is the okay.
It has been established that the
Alright.
earliest mounds in this
So